Hi, my name is Elaina Garcia, and I will be analyzing the film The Lodger. The British film The Lodger was directed by the famous Alfred Hitchcock and released in 1927. The film is also known by the name Sabotage. This film was based on a novel about Jack the Ripper and on the play Who Is He? Keep in mind it has been less than 40 years since Jack the Ripper. Although communication and dialogue is an important aspect of films, I found the silence to be powerful. At times, thoughts are more pure and honest and interesting. Anyone can learn more about a person by observing and watching them, rather than listening to what they have to say. In this first scene, we see a close-up of a woman screaming. This scene starts the film with a strong impact, and this somewhat unnerves the audience. Following with the title card you see here on the screen, blinking these words, "Two Night Golden Girls, Two Night Golden Girls." This title card adds to the suspense and has the audience questioning and making assumptions of the situation, which implies critical thinking. Alfred Hitchcock's frequently used theme of fear of authority and the wrong man. He is afraid of wrong judgment depicted by authority. A little history of his fear is at age 5, he began getting sent to the local police station by his father with a note asking the police to lock him up for punishment, almost as if your parents would ask you to sit out for a timeout. This implanted fear of authority, especially towards policemen. We find harsh treatment and wrongful accusations frequently in his films. His first true Hitchcockian piece, incorporating themes such as the wrong man here in The Lodger. All of the clues point to the Lodger as the Avenger. Our first encounter with the Lodger, he enters the house, matching the description of the Avenger. Tall, dark hair, and half of his face covered. Everything about this lodger has a reason to send a chill down your spine and to assume suspicion. The lodger has somewhat of a repetitive and sometimes superstitious motion throughout the film. The unlucky number of 13 houses hit by this blonde-obsessed Avenger, and always on a Tuesday. The girls are always blonde, and left with a triangular note signed The Avenger, as well as each title card shown to the audience throughout the film, had that signature triangle. This adds suspense and quickly sets the mood as if something terrible is about to occur. Expressionist lighting was used as night fell in the lodger's room. A number of ominous camera angles and implied claustrophobic lighting was also used. These tricks of Hitchcock's were, of course, adding to the suspense, making the audience feel as if they were experiencing the movie in real life. An interesting fact, originally the film was supposed to end with the ambiguity as to whether or not the lodger was innocent. The actor you see here, Ivor Novello, the lodger, was hugely popular at that time, and was unthinkable to be in the role of a guilty murderer. He demanded alterations to the script. After a struggle between him and Hitchcock, Hitchcock eventually followed the instructions, but avoided showing the true villain as we see at the end of this movie. One spectacular scene is when the lodger is pacing in his room. Cross-cutting is accurately used. First, the family stops their conversation and begins to look at the ceiling, hearing his footsteps and watching the light fixture swing. Then cutting over to the lodger in his room, walking back and forth. Cutting back again to the family, and finally to the view of the ceiling with the swinging fixture. Suddenly souls appear, walking up and down the ceiling as if it is transparent. After I researched this amazing effect Hitchcock used, I learned it was an installed glass surface, implying the transparent, imaginative effect, when in reality it was transparent. Hitchcock finds a perfect medium between an insane and obsessed character wanting to kill Daisy, but at times it seems as if he cannot resist her in a romantic way. Later on in this film, we learn it was a little bit of both obsessive and romance. He was obsessed with her golden curls, which reminded him of his sisters, and his sister was the first golden curled girl killed by the Avenger. Here we see the innocence or wrong man convicted of a crime, incorporating Hitchcock's own fear, as I mentioned earlier. This theme is frequently found in many of his films. At this point in the movie, many people understand he is innocent and is being wrongly accused and judged. Another fun fact in this film is in one of the last scenes we see here, Hitchcock sneaks his way into it. As you can see in the picture to the right, I circled his face in red. Hitchcock loved to make a quick appearance or cameo. Thank you for watching.